During the hot summer heat of Fiesta Days, the best place to be for a few hours is in the city of Bikini Bottom with our friends from the SpongeBob Musical. Welcome Gray Randall, Caden Renz, and Nicole Ortiz to the table.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Let's get the name straight. So we know you're Nicole.
Sandy Cheeks.
Yep,
Sandy
that's right.
Cheeks.
Okay.
I'm Caden. I'm playing Patrick Star.
Okay.
Of course
And
you
then
are.
I'm Gray, and I'm playing SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yay! How
My
fun.
goodness.
Yeah.
So this
Go ahead.
this is a community theater. So do any of you live here locally?
I do. I live. I live in Spanish Fork. I have pretty much my whole life.
Okay.
So yeah,
Graduated from here?
I graduated from Maple Mountain.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. And Nicole?
I'm originally from San Diego, but my husband and I and our 5-year-old live in Payson.
Okay, so close.
Awesome.
I grew up in Salt Lake City, and I'm living there now. I go to
Okay.
school in the fall. I go to the University of Northern Colorado, so I'll be there
wow,
half
okay.
the year, and then here for the summer.
I'm always so intrigued. Like our community theater brings people from all over the place.
Hours
So
away.
it must be great, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's an excellent community theater, and it's a really fun show. So it's worth the travel. A man won't speak for you, Gray.
It is worth the travel. I can
Okay,
say
so
that.
did the show bring you to the theater this year, or would you just have signed up anyway, no matter what?
I really love Spanish Fork Community Theater. I've done a few shows with them, and this year I thought, well, let's maybe see what other theaters are doing. And when they came out with all of their, the list of what their shows are, I just thought, Sandy Cheeks, I think that has to be the one.
Such a fun time.
I was going to ask that. When you go in to try out, do you go in to try out for a specific role?
Not all the time, but I think probably all of us did. Okay. Right?
Yeah, I tried out with Mr. Krabs in mind, but even though everyone told me, everyone was like, you'd be way better at Patrick. I was like, I don't know if I could pull that off. But
And
Which
you
he
are.
does.
And he does.
I like to think so.
He does.
Wow. And so is this like a dream to just go keep further and further and get bigger and bigger? Like, is that your ultimate dream?
I'm just here for fun.
Oh, okay.
I love the community. I love the community in the community theater.
master's degree.
Yeah, I do.
In geology?
Yeah.
In geology.
Uh-huh.
She's the smart one.
Yep, absolutely.
She keeps you guys grounded and in place.
Yeah,
keeps
absolutely.
the boys grounded.
The big words, yeah.
Exactly.
being able to
Really?
say, yeah. So this is like your hobby and your passion, just to do this for fun.
Yeah, it is.
How exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I did acting in high school and stuff, and junior high especially, and I was kind of out of the fray, but when our wonderful director, Kara Polson, when I found out she was directing, she was my junior high drama teacher. So I was like, well, I have to. And so it's been wonderful. Yeah.
that's so cool.
Been a great time.
So when did you start? So like when did you audition and then how long have you been practicing?
Auditions started mid to late April.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then callbacks were about a week after that, and then it really kind of kicked into gear at the
Pretty
start of May.
quickly, like
It was like we had a couple at the end of April, but then it was the start of May was really when it
We
kind of
really were all there.
Okay.
Well, Gray, I mean, SpongeBob is kind of the star of the show.
Just
I
a,
mean,
just a little.
A little bit. So is that stressful? What intrigued you for that part?
Well, yeah, I was looking for a lot of things. I am trying to do theater, professionally. I'm going to school
Okay.
for musical theater. So,
Okay.
yeah, I was looking at a lot of stuff, and it was so hard to find a production that worked with the dates of school and also being, just home for a short amount of time in the summer. But I just stumbled upon this, and I was like, wait, SpongeBob. I saw the show before, and I was like, this would be amazing. So yeah, I went for it, and yes, stressful for sure. There's a lot of material, but the cast is so supportive. Like these guys are the best, and I seriously mean that. Like we've become really great friends, and like the stress is relieved through friendship and also just supporting each other. So
Yeah.
Well, what about voice impersonations? I mean, I want to hear a little bit.
I always want something.
Yeah, well, like, are you asking, like, do we do
we
like
do the
impersonations?
voices?
out there?
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Give us a little.
Oh, absolutely. I do the Patrick voice for most of pretty much every line. It gets hard to sing in the voice. I can only sing for a little bit, but I do the voice for the dialogue.
Could you guys is there a scene where all three of you are together that you could quickly think of and kind of?
Off the top of the head.
Or
we
like
could
two
do
and
the one where we go and are like, Sandy.
We could.
yeah, okay.
Or should we just wait and have everyone come and see it and see our impressions live on stage?
We should all just give, let's just give one line.
One line. Your
Okay.
favorite line or just a
Yeah.
line?
Well, who
Go
first?
first. You got it.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. Direct from the show. It's definitely my favorite.
Love it.
I think the first line in the show that I really like is, we can find a way to halt the exponential increase of pyroclastic flow in the subterranean magma chamber.
Perfect.
Yes, a master's degree.
Mine is during SpongeBob's big number. It's called Just a Simple Sponge, where he's like, I'm gonna save my life and save my town. And then I just think this one's really funny. He goes, Sandy's brains plus Patrick's brawn plus my... I'm not really sure what my thing is yet, but that won't stop me.
Fantastic.
So let's talk about dates, times, and locations. Do you guys have those memorized?
Do we? Yeah,
I do. I don't know the
Take
exact
it
times of
away.
each show, but I do know we're performing from the 18th to the 27th. We have a couple matinee performances. I believe one of the matinees is on the 24th.
Okay.
So if you're tired from the parade, if it's hot that day, and you want to come and hang out inside, we'd love to have you. So I'm trying to think of the other days of the matinees.
I think the 27th, the last show.
I think the last show is a matinee.
Closing night is
and
matinee.
I think this.
Closing day.
I think the Saturday before.
Yeah, I
that
don't know.
is
You
as
guys
well.
will probably know
Yeah.
better than we do. But.
Well, I know
yeah.
people can go, I'll receive a magazine in the mail, all the residents
Yes.
in Smashburg and Salem, and I'll have the dates and the times. Or they can go to SF Fiesta Days
Yes.
Yep.
and get everything there
Yep.
too.
And I believe you can buy the tickets now at
They are
sfcitytix.com.
Yes, you can do that.
Yep.
Perfect. And where?
Maple Mountain High
Maple
School.
Mountain High School.
School, yeah.
A new,
Switch up.
yes,
A new,
place.
place, yes. It's an awesome
How
theater.
has that been? I mean, you've done theater there
Yeah,
before.
I've done a little bit of
so-
theater there, so it's kind of like returning home, you know. It's like
Okay.
coming back and be like, oh, I remember this. I remember doing this here, you know. So it's been fun. But yeah, I want to hear what you guys think of it because you guys have never performed there.
It's awesome. It's really big.
It's a very wide stage, which
Yeah.
is super cool, and like we
Yeah.
have so much room to play. Yeah, it's a pretty updated. The school I went to, Skyline High School in Salt Lake City, and
Oh,
it's
gosh.
like built in the '60s, so really old. So it's nice to be in a more updated.
We had an old
auditorium.
school like that in Spanish for just last week.
No, I was gonna say, don't go if you've been to the shows before. Don't go to the old one because you won't find any
Go
of
to
them
the
there.
new one.
It won't be there.
And during
We're
that
just
time,
down the street.
I think it was competing with youth theater, right? So I remember like it kind of being crowded backstage, and there wasn't a lot of wiggle room. So probably being in the new space.
It's a really
has
big
been-
space.
Okay,
Easy
very
to
nice.
share
Yeah.
Yeah.
when we need to.
It's
That's
awesome.
good.
Oh,
been nice.
you guys are amazing.
Yeah, you're going to have a full 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're really excited.
We've had about a full 3 months, yeah.
So you're ready. You're ready to get underway.
I think I'm ready. Are you guys ready for it?
We will be ready.
As soon as they
that is what I want to say. We'll be ready. Yeah.
Oh, you guys, I saw the SpongeBob play by Spanish Fork High School, their drama
yeah,
team, a couple
yeah.
years back, and I was so impressed at that level, so I can't wait to see you guys.
It's
Yeah.
such an amazing show. Every time I tell people I'm in it, they're like, "Oh, that's a musical? Like that's
Yeah.
strange." But it has a show with obviously a lot of comedy, but so much heart and so much
Okay.
depth and story. It's honestly beautiful.
And
I
kids
love
are
how
going to love
theater
it.
does
Kids
that.
are
Yes.
gonna love
Kids
it,
are
and
gonna love
adults
it.
are also gonna
Yes.
love
Yes,
it too.
it's a play for everybody.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
I was telling you guys
really
earlier,
good.
my 30-year-olds now, they used to have your names as like their nicknames,
Yeah.
so they'll be super excited to come and see it
Yeah,
too.
we'll be
Lots
there
of people
cheering you
connect.
all on.
Yes,
we'd love to
We'll
have
get
you
our
there.
tickets tonight. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.